Hello everyone, welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars week 22, day 2, straight 2s. It is a red day, and today, since it is a red day, we're probably going to just be using one of our core teams. We will be probably messing around a bit on the other color days, but since this is red day, let's see if we can actually get over 7,500 points today. We did end up doing that once. I believe our highest was 7,600 something. I forget the exact score that one day. If we go look back a couple streams, or I should say several streams ago, we'd probably know exactly what that was. But we did end up scoring over that amount once and only once so far. Maybe it was twice. I'm actually losing track already. But nonetheless, let's try doing that again and see what we can do out of it. Of course, just using the standard all trolls, which is indeed a red team, surprisingly, even though the team works perfectly fine. Doesn't even seem like it has a restriction, but as long as we can do good against the Queen Mab, we'll be fine. There is a chance that we could lose, though. It is pretty bad against Queen Mab, but as long as it can get going quick enough, it's going to be fine. Well, that's definitely not a board to do it off of, but we'll go move that over. Nothing else, we get our initial burns, and the burn will be somewhat helpful here. We do not really have a move, though. We need some of our color. I guess we could go brown. Not the one I would want to go for first, because the only way we can fill them up is via the browns, but oh well, we'll just keep taking a little bit. Oh, you know what? We might actually be able to go all the way. If this brown surges, we're good to go. Got it. He did take some purple, but we should still land it, and we did. And ooh, not enough of the other color on the board. Okay, move that over. Move that up. Someone needs to get full mana here. Throw that down, and we do land it. So still a pretty bad board. Move that over. Wasting a lot of turns here. But we get that landed. 1. Come on. 2. 3. And dead. Oh no, let's do that 4 more times. I was like, hello all the peoples. Hello everyone. Hello SBM. Hello Nautical. Hello Humberto. Hello Strawn. Hello Gillax. Hello D. Hello Henny. Hello War. Hello that's everyone at the moment. So many people quitting, yet the devs are focused on fixing I know, they're trying to fix all the things. They're working on it. They're trying to get it all done. But yeah, most people do end up coming back. They'll like leave it for a little bit and then come back a little later. Hello, Ethan. Welcome. I ended up technically quitting this game for a couple months, like a year and a half back, or actually almost 2 years back. It was the first August after, like the first August, September, November, I believe, after the game launched. So about a half a year after the game launched, I ended up stopping it for a little while. I still came in to do like the weeklies, which only took like an hour or two to do. But other than that, I wasn't really playing the game at all. There was a little bit, but that was mainly because I was in college the whole time at the time, so I didn't really have the time. Was another factor. But the main factor was just because the meta was pretty stale at the time. And I believe at that time there wasn't even like treasure hunt or arena or anything like that either. That was like way before all that kind of stuff. Yep, that was a miss. Well, let's go move that over. Nope, the freeze. Oh, he could win. I also don't have my devour thingy in back, which definitely would be helpful. We also don't use green, which could be a little annoying. Ooh, we got an extra turn off that. Right off the yellow. And we're not frozen on brown, so we could technically get away with this cast. Move that over. And then we can get away with this, hopefully. Got it? Now, the only problem is everything else we can't get away with. So we'll just throw this down. Nope, we lose our turn because we're frozen. Come on, unfreeze and we can win instantly. Come on. Unfreeze. Come on, Infernus. Do damage. Unfreeze already. No. Wow, we're still doing amazingly well for being frozen right now with a loop team. And that's match? Yeah, that is. Wow. We won that while being frozen the entire time on our core color. I'll take it. I'll take it. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Maximuse. Hello, Cortia. Hello, Ethan, if I didn't already say hi. You can't believe you didn't get the notification. Oh, did it not? Well, we just started like 5 minutes ago, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it's the same time every single night. I might be like a few minutes late just because I might be like going to the bathroom or something, but which was what I was doing before the stream. But yeah, generally it's like right on the 8 o'clock mark, maybe like a minute or two off. Okay, let's see. How do we go about this? Got to worry about Scion. So it wouldn't be too bad of an idea to go for brown into another brown. Biggest issue there is if he goes with a Ragnagord, because then we won't be able to get it up quick enough. Problem with doing this first would be that he could just Scion us at any time. So I'm going to go with the brown. And he does not seem to really stop us. Everything over there I'm not really going to bother with. We're going to go take this brown over here. Hope it surges, and then just hope we randomly find another brown. Which is not likely to happen. There are very few browns on this board right now. So we might need to switch our objective onto like red or something. Where does that bring the skull? 1, 2, 3, yeah, that's fine. Definitely don't want to give him a skull if we're going to start getting those colors. And now we can just go for the brown, double the purple, and win from there. He did just take our purple though. I can't not cast it, so we'll get that down. Double brown is almost guaranteed to miss. Do I just take mana instead? No, I think I actually throw it. Oh, and of course it does indeed miss. Now this could definitely be bad. And with this board, that is not helping much. How do we go about this? He has 2 different drains. I'd almost be better off just not taking my color right now. There he goes on Famine. And now we simply wait another turn. And wait for him to throw his ability. So I'm just going to take this red up here. And then he'll drain that. And now we try going for what we need to go for. Take this brown over here. And one more brown surge and we can get rolling. So we'll take this one double purple and we'll be good to go as soon as the... that Ragnagord is actually going to help us quite a bit here too. Ooh, one problem though. Oh, no, never mind. I can take this one. I was going to say, I almost gave him a purple extra turn there. If I would have taken any of that. He didn't go for Ragnagord, surprisingly. But I think we got the infinite loop. Ooh, not enough mana. And it's not worth trying to cast him. Let me take the skull first. And then get the explosion. He gets the rag, doesn't get extra turn. Perfect. I will not have enough damage, nor to keep ability to extra turn right there. We either double brown now, or we take this. I think I'm going for this. Didn't really help much. Nope. Well, let's throw this. Don't really have a choice there. We somehow managed to get that extra turn. Wow. Very lucky there. And again. And down he goes. Well, 2 more battles. Going quite smooth so far, other than those little bit of sneaky mana drains getting in there. What's our score right now? 4,114. That does seem a bit above average. Hey! Hey, look at that. Mirror match. I don't think I've ever had a mirror match in Guild Wars before. It's the exact same team, exact same everything. Rock Troll, Dark Troll, Elamagrim, and Furnace, and same banner, the Dragon Soul demonic banner. So that's kind of funny. That normally doesn't happen because obviously on a on Guild Wars, generally people do not run the Guild War team that they're using as their defend team. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. See what happens then. Skull, I'd probably just let him take. He'll stun it, but I don't really need to worry about his stun for the most part. If we lose Rock Troll, that's perfectly fine. I see you, Skull. I can't stun him back though, because now we're stunned. So even if I do take the Skull, he's not going to get the effect on him. Ideally, we'd take some kind of mana, but I don't see any way that would really get any value out of that. I could try maybe for the next turn, try setting up a red, but I believe at this point we're better off just taking the Skull. Similarly, really bad board. He might get mana before me. Yeah, I'm going to try for the purple, and we don't get it. He gets red, and that does indeed get him started first. How many browns is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a decent chance he will land that. But luckily we got ours if he misses. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well then, well, let's see if we can do ours better than that. Get that off. Do I have to double the purple? If I miss this double purple, I pretty much lose. Because then he'll go crazy. Okay, good. We did not miss that. Don't need to go for that yet. Go Elamagrim, and we do miss it. He does get skull distracted, though. I need this to land. And we do indeed get it. Elamagrim. Do we another Elamagrim? Or do we double? I think we go for it. Ooh! Okay, well, at least we killed everything that needed to be killed. Get the purples. And Furnace did. There we go. That didn't go as smoothly, but it was ourself against ourself. Let's see. You got another leaky spot in your roof? That's quite unfortunate. But now it looks like it will be months before you can afford a new phone. I know, yeah, that ended up happening to me the previous year. It's actually one of the reasons why I can't get my new computer at the moment, was because of the medical things I had on my chest, one of those little like inside things. I actually still have it there. I haven't even had the money to go and get it removed yet. I just got it treated. I haven't actually got it removed. But because of all that last year, that it ended up eating into a little over $1,000, which I was saving for a new computer. But oh well, health is definitely more important. That is for sure. And in your case, the leaky roof. Go move that down. I don't think I've ever actually had a leaky roof because I think every place I've ever lived in has had an attic. So even if there was a leaky roof, it would be leaking into the attic, not into the actual house itself. So I do need to get the roof replaced on this house eventually. That's a very, very long-term goal. That's like one of the lowest priorities. It's not like it's leaking or anything yet, but it's definitely seen better days, that is for sure. Where to move? We'll go move that over. Double the purple. And should be able to get it here. No, I don't like this board. Let's hit Infernus first. He has Mang, but hey, that's only dangerous after the fact. Look at that attack value, gosh. Haven't really been seeing much Mang around, but it does have some potency. If Skull Spam ever makes a comeback, I could definitely see people bringing it back again. Alright, we'll just throw that down. We actually missed, but we should be able to land a double. And we do. Get another one down. And I believe this is enough damage. Yes, it is. And down it goes. And that's match. Simple as that with this team. And what's the total score for today? Let's place our guesses. Did we break 7,500? Yes or no? I don't think it showed us it yet, so none of you can cheat and see ahead of time. Let's see. Yes or no on breaking 7,500? You got the leak fix. Wait, never mind. Did I already read that again? Also, hello, the Bieber. Welcome. Oh, the people who built the trailer were apparently who decided staples were a fine attachment. Oh, wow. They stapled down all the shingles. I'm pretty sure that's not how you're supposed to do it. All the nose and someone else for easily. Let's see. My guess is probably for yes. Barely, but I think it is yes. No! Everyone who said no was right. We were 34 short of getting over 7,500. So everyone who said no was correct. Barely, though. That was close. Very close. I think we're number 1 right now in this bracket. Yeah, we are. I mean, we should be able to hold that. The fact we're even in bracket 2 is quite unfortunate. I think we get 100 less gems this week and a few less copies of the other thing. But, yeah, it's pretty much an easy cakewalk once we get down to bracket 2 because we're so used to doing bracket 1 every single week. So, bracket 2, we normally just go straight to the top. I think last time we actually did make second, though, not first. But now we have all 30 people, so definitely going to do it this time around. Anyways, let's go do dungeons, and if anyone has any questions, team builds you want me to do, or anything of the such, feel free to leave them, and we'll definitely go make sure to do it. You know, we might as well just keep using the same team. This is what I use for PvP anyways, for the most part. It's one of my favorite teams in the game right now, and it just happens to so work on Red Day as well. So, move that up, get the game started, move all the things to their rightful place. Too bad that purple wasn't one over, could have gotten the extra turn. We still got it off of some kind of random cascade there, though. Oh, that was a pitiful dark throw right there. Could have done so much better value. Now let's double the brown and pretty much win from there. And that is definitely match. And down it goes. The wipe. And that glitch. I wish they would fix that glitch. It was something I reported like immediately when they showed the other version of the game. I don't know if they're ever going to fix it because it might be something with the program that might not make it even possible. But they need to put some kind of freeze on clicking the card. It really, I know it probably doesn't, no one, I don't know. No one other than me has probably barely even noticed it. But if you spam click at the end of a battle, which is something I'm used to doing because of how the battles used to end in the past, and I still do it just as out of habit. If you spam click at the end of a battle, it'll bring up whatever card you last used onto the screen. Like I can go show it again for any of you that didn't notice it. It does that almost every single battle. and it annoys me slightly. Even though it's not that big a deal, it makes no difference on anything. But like right here, we spam click. You see that in Furnace was the one we last cast, and if we just spam click, it brings his card back up, even if we're not directly clicking on him. Yeah, that little glitch thingy. It's only recent ever since they switched over to Unity, but it annoys me. It's not that big a deal though. Okay. Well, let's go get the troll up first. Hey, it's Elamagrim versus Elamagrim, except not the full team. I hope they get some different variants in on the next major patch. They did say that they're looking into eventually adding like more to it. Not quite sure if they're specifically going to be doing it the following patch. As it currently stands, the dungeons are the exact same every single week. Also, a lot of people were asking for a harder mode of it. I'm not quite sure if they're going to do that, but they're likely going to add more variety eventually. I never even noticed that until anyone brought it to my attention that I say variety instead of variety. That's just how I always say it. It's the same way that I say water, weirdly. I think the water one is like a New York, New Jersey kind of area thing. That or just a northern thing, I'm not quite sure. But, yeah, Trump says it the same way. There was like some comedian like making fun of that too. It's like, oh yeah, I say water like that too. We say it like with a D instead of a T. Anyways, that's all the battles. We go through all the things, and there we go. And that is the dungeons. Pretty simple, at least on this account. Still need to progress further on it to be able to do it on my other account. That will be coming in the future. That is not what I meant to click on. Also, this entire tab is not what I meant to click on. I meant to click on SoulForge, and I meant to click on how many we currently have. So we have 3,130 diamonds as this current moment. Or now we do, as soon as we craft it. There we go, 1,130 diamonds. Okay. Well, we're almost to another mythic, though I don't even think I'm going to be crafting another mythic. Or, you know, via the SoulForge. I can't think of a single one that I might need. And I still need some copies of some legends, so I'm most likely just going to be putting it towards that instead of any kind of mythic. As weird as that may seem, I'm pretty sure like everyone's like, no, go for the mythics. But yeah, I don't think we need anything at this point. If we go under base mythics, there's a couple I might want to have a second copy of just because why not. But realistically, I don't think there's anything I need more copies of. Guard's Avatar, you never use more than one. Oh, never mind, we have 4 of them. Well, Jotnar, you never use more than one. Oriali, you just use without true damage. Yasmin's chosen. There could be an argument to get another one of her. Most of the teams I've run her in don't really need a second one, though. And Exynos, I definitely don't need a second one. Barely even need a single one. Amnesia, we only need one for Guild War purposes. Ketchus the Bull. Pretty sure there's some really weird situations where we could get away with a second one of him. And in Furnace, I don't think we really need a second one because all of his traits don't stack. Well, his first one does, but his Fiery Death and his Configuration, or Conflag... What is that word? Conflagration? Conflagration? It's a word. Flames. Combustion? No, that's definitely not what that is. That's not even close. Conflagration. I've never heard of that word. Go, Google. I've never heard of that. Let's see. What is this thing? An intensive fire that destroys a great deal of land and property.
Conflagration.
Conflagration. There we go. Conflagration. That is what that is. Anyways. Yeah, those don't stack, so there's no point in having another one of him. Yeah, there's nothing. Well, maybe a 4 Ferrous Rods for giggles. Yeah, there hasn't been a Ferrous Rod craftable for a while. There was one craftable for the first 2 weeks SoulForge came out, but at that point, no one had the diamonds to actually afford him. That might be something I get. I might get a 4 Ferrous Rod. There's no realistic team that you would ever use 4 Ferrous Rods for. 3 is the most you can ever use on a team. But just for the fun of it, I want to see how many souls we can get from one battle. I think it can go over 1,000. Reality is cool with more than one. We could try it. It could be like double your Yali with like a Ragnagor defeated mana or something. I would end up working decently. Hello, Bloodstained! Welcome. No need to say sorry for being late. You can come and go as you please. I'll go move that over. Okay, well, let's get our mana. And if there's any teams you guys want me to go over, just let me know. We will be covering Friday morning. There's going to be a new mythic, so we'll have the videos out. We'll do the key opening video and the teams video for that. It does look like it is going to be quite powerful. If they're going to release it based on the spoilers that we already have, there's a good possibility that the troop will be extremely overpowered, and then they'll nerf it. It could be the first mythic in basically the history of the game that they'll have to nerf almost immediately if they release it like that. That, or they're going to need to add a lot more troops with immune to devour, that is for sure. So we'll see what happens with it. It basically has a double chance to devour. It's almost like a Wolf Garrick, but better, is what it seems like it's going to be released as. So we'll see if it actually gets released as that. What do we move? Also, it's going to be an Urska. So it might make Urskas great again, because they were never good to begin with. So it wouldn't be again, but they just, yeah, they're kind of just sitting there. The only Urska that really even gets used these days is, what's his name? King Mikael. King Mikael. He sometimes gets used, but that's the only one that's even remotely viable out of all of them currently in the game. You're PvPing me now? Well, good luck with that. I believe I'm still using the same team I've always been, so... that's kind of fallen off the meta a bit these days. That might be a little bit easier, I guess. It's still pretty decent, though. Because most of the, like, Infinite Wisp and Infinite Turn teams can easily beat it. Because it doesn't have, like, a Queen map or anything for that. For stuff like that. Oh, we'll try landing this. I don't think it's going to land. Oh, okay, we got it. And cleanup? Almost. And then we could just do it one more time for the match. If you'll let me. Probably going to revive. Nope, no revive. Nice, okay. Any knowledge on the idea of, real PvP in this game? It's been something they've been really hesitant to do. For one, a lot of people in the community are against it, even though a lot of people also support it. The other reason is just the amount of work that they would have to do to not only balance that, but just to implement it. Though ever since they switched over to Unity, it would make it easier for them to do so. I believe it has always been their intention to add some form of real-time PvP. The main reason that I keep speculating about this is they, for the longest of times, have been wanting to add a friends list to this game. That's what this coming soon button is, with the 2 people in the heart in between. It's supposed to be a friends list, to add someone to your friends list. And I believe the main reason they have delayed this for a year and a half, yes, it has been a year and a half. This button has literally been in a year and a half. They've been talking about it for 2 years. It's been in the game for a year and a half. Still does nothing. But I believe they've been holding it off because they want to implement the ability to play a friend in real time. It's something that the Puzzle Quest game had both of them, that Gems of War doesn't. It probably wouldn't be for any kind of reward or anything like that, but it would allow you to play a friend in real time if you wanted to, like, battle them or something. I believe if they were to ever add real-time PvP into this game, that's the furthest they would really go with it for the most part. That or maybe one minigame, if they even go that far. But it wouldn't be something that would replace what we currently know as PvP or Guild Wars. Both of those would always remain pretty much as it is and would never be in real time. But there is a possibility that in the future they may add real-time features, though it's definitely not on their priority list. As you can see by the button being there for almost 2 years now. It came in around May of a year ago. Last year's May is about how long it was since that button has just been sitting there. Okay, can you stop devouring my entire team? I need that team to win. We'll move that over, move that over. If nothing else, we can reduce this attack so it doesn't hit us. Oh, we didn't even get the burn off in time before everything went down. It's still winnable. Very unlikely, but still winnable. It's got to take a lot of manas. Okay, well, let's take the red there. I need to keep as many purples on the board as possible, though unfortunately that kind of helped them there. And both of my 2 remaining troops have immune to Devour, though the really bad thing there, though, is he just removed the color I needed on the board. Well, that goes pretty much everything. Let's go take this purple. You got this, Elamagrim. Solo them. It's definitely possible. particularly if that spider doesn't go off. Though if that spider does go off, we're in a bit of trouble, and it most likely will. There's almost no way to even stop it in time, unless we get some really, really good cascades for the next few little pokes. Well, nope, there's his mana. Yeah, there's not any way to stop that now. He's gonna get it, though he did miss, so if nothing else, maybe we can get a small loop going. Nice. Well, I guess that actually wasn't too bad that it did end up getting to live to throw that down, because it helped put more purple on the board than what previously was there. Okay, we need to get that attack reduced so he doesn't kill us. Will we win? 19 HP. We can still survive a shot. Nice, nice. Almost full mana. Need a little bit more. We can now survive 2 shots. Need to be able to survive 3 if we can. No, we're not going to survive his ability. We have to extra turn right now into his skull. Don't miss. Got it. Now we need to somehow take a skull. What are our options? Basically, take this purple to the right and get a 1 in 7 chance of a skull. There's nowhere we can drop for one. Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, no, never mind. We can actually get that skull right there, though that doesn't actually give us a skull pair, though that is possible. But yeah, I think we just take this purple and just get lucky. Hello, Thunderman. Welcome. Yeah, I don't think we have an alternative, unless we wanted to mess with a luck at a different location. Ah, we didn't get it. No, okay. Oh well. Well, he got 2 Devours. For getting 2 Devours, that actually didn't go over too bad. Captain Skullbeard team. He's used in pretty much any explosion team. If you need a mana generator that's green-blue, that's basically just what you use with it. I don't think there's any specific team that you would build with him. It would really depend on what you wanted to, what you have to assist him. I guess we could make like a Blackhawk team real quick and make like a Bonnie and get a Kraken in there. And it's not even Blackhawk week, is it? Wait, no, it is. Never mind, it is Blackhawk week. I was gonna say, yeah, we might as well make an all Blackhawk team. I haven't even done that all week yet, even though it is Blackhawk week. What's the other one we would need? Well, we need a brown yellow, and there's only one if we want to do it from this kingdom, and that's Little Johnny. I guess we'll go with that. Seems okay. Move that up. Maybe not that far up, because we need the mana generator still mana generating. So move that there. Kraken there, Bonnie there, and there we go. Okay, and for our colors, we'll probably go green, blue. Yeah, make sure we get a really quick Captain Skullbeard. He is one of the. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, Captain Skullbeard is the lowest mana cost mass explosion that happens to not have any kind of trait that makes its mana cost lower. Because he's not technically the lowest, because you can get as low as 6. 6 with a with a Mountain Crusher as a hero weapon with any hero class that has a 50% mana gain. You can also have a 7 mana cost on your initial cast with a Ragnagord. But as far as repetitively casting an ability that does a lot of explosions, Captain Skullbeard has the lowest rate or lowest mana cost for that. So he's one of the most spammable in that regard. It's slightly less so due to the fact that he has slightly less explosions than some of the others. But still, overall, he does have the lowest mana cost for that. And generally does get almost all of his mana back from his actual cast. And as you can see, we pretty much have all of our mana because that's what he's made for. Well, Bonnie, you do not have any capability to go kill our objective. Now would be a good time to have that turtle to go submerge against that. Like, the one team that Submerge would actually be good against, and I don't even bother using it against it. We go an all Blackhawk team with Blackhawks and all that, and it's like, nope, we're not going. Well, at least we didn't give him anything too bad there. We can survive one more skull, which I'm going to deliberately do, because I prefer... Oh, no, we can't! Not if I do that. Good job, good job. Okay, that was completely my fault. Go and get that kill. And now we can poke it off with the Kraken there. And we're starting to get some bonding damage. A little bit. Chip by chip, we shall get her up. Every little bit of gold will give her more damage. Start poking that down into a Kraken and then kill it that way. I don't believe I need to end this mana, so I'm not going to bother. We're just going to keep poking at him. I can pretty much just ignore the first 2 troops. So in a way, this team does work slightly against it, since we're hitting the since we can just target the back line and not even worry about the humilities that end up getting a bonus if we start hitting them. Alright, Kraken, you need to stop dying. We need you to live if you can. That would be very helpful. Also, that should be enough damage to poke him, so we are going to go for it. Okay, there's no direct skull that you can get to go kill that, so we're going to just go and poke him with this. That'll be enough damage to take him out. And speaking of enough damage to take him out, there goes that. Rip. Well, he could kill us with double humility. I don't think I've ever lost to double humility and just double humility remaining. Though right now it could happen if we're not careful. Well, let's throw this down. And we do indeed get a skull. He gets it right back. Probably be careful not to use them too many more times. I'm trying to get maps, but luckily we got at least one. Once he hits, I believe, 3 maps, he becomes basically the best skull spammer in the game. The only problem is basically no battle that you ever do will have him hitting 3 maps. If you can cast him enough times for him to hit 3 maps, you're already basically losing the battle like we are right now. Well, we got to go for that skull. Can't let it live. Particularly double humility. Once we get one down, it's going to be pretty easy to take out the final one. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, good. I was going to say, I just like left that extra turn there. Luckily, there's one on the side as well. Do we go for this? There's 12 skulls that will get put on the board if I go for it. I think I'll take the red first. And now we go for it, because now the skulls are closer together. We'd also try taking that blue. Or just take the guaranteed skull, too. No, I'm just going to go for that first. And now we go for this. No map. And Bonnie's about to die. Can't really help her with that. Move the skull over. Don't hit us. Good. If he hits on skulls, he will get us. And it will not be good. No, nothing else on the board. Nothing I need to drop. So we'll go for the poke. Very nice 89 hits. One more will basically kill it. And now we can just kill it with anything. That up. Ah, too bad it wasn't aligned. I'll go take our mana. Like, oh, wait, no. Okay, good. Wait, what? Okay, you just left it there. Okay, let's play fair. Let's go and throw this down and put it to luck. There we go, we got it. Oh, we got 3 maps. Hey! What did I just say? But yeah, that didn't go over too well. Can I explain how much mana you get from an explosion? You know it's not 1 for each gem destroyed, but you don't understand how it works still. It's 70%. I believe rounded down. I still would need to double check that in the future. That would be a good video to go over, like how many of each explosion thing would give that how much mana. But I believe it's 70% rounded down. Well, I know for sure it's 70%, but I believe it's rounded down constantly. So for example, if you destroy 2 browns, it is 1 mana. Or let's say, oh wait, but then it rounds up sometimes too. I believe it's rounded down, but it has a minimum of 1. Is probably what it is. Rounded down, but minimum of 1 if it takes a color. So 1 would be 1, 2 would be 1, 3 would be 2, 4 would be... I would need to calculate that. But yeah, basically 70% rounded down, but minimum of 1, I believe is how an explosion works, if I'm not mistaken. Like you can see just by reading it, that says 70% right there. But yeah, it's... I believe that's true. I would need to look at it carefully. It's not really something I pay too much attention to, like the exact amount. It's only really important to know the exact amount when you do a single explosion. So you would need to know 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 very well. But when you're doing a mass explosion, you just know you're getting a lot of mana. You don't really need to calculate it out exactly, because you would never really know what's going to happen to the board. But yeah, I believe it's minimum of 1, 70% rounded down is essentially what an explosion will do for you. But yeah, I could look into that for a video thing. Go over that a bit more, because I'm not even 100% sure. Where do we move? I'll just take the greens, I guess. It is one of the few colors we actually use. Or I shouldn't say few, it's basically half our team. Don't have a drop. Can take the reds, though. Take the brown, which we don't use. Take the purples, which we definitely do use. And then we'll just drop into that and go from there. Ah, the freeze, though. This team doesn't really care that much about getting frozen. Get the Dragon Soul down, and now we can just keep snowballing from there. Get rid of brown. And no extra turns, no drops. Probably just take a solid purple, which didn't surge, unfortunately. So we'll take another purple, and that'll be enough damage. Down it goes. Let's see. You agree? You tried it out when looking at the Infernus team, and it's great. Wait, what thing? Sorry. I think I missed some chat here. You just beat you with the Dwarven Gate. KrissTigger, Valkyrie, Corvash. Nice. Let's see. Hello, Thunderman, if I didn't already say hi. Captain Skullbeard team. I did that. What are the grounds of the argument against real-time PvP? Most people play this game while they're doing other things. So, particularly on mobile. Anyone who's doing it on mobile. So, a lot of people don't really want to have to deal with the constantly having to play when you're doing like a real-time battle and stuff like that. Also, it's probably, I don't know the right wording for it. Let's see. But, I don't know. It's just something that some people just haven't really wanted in it. It's something I always wanted in this game. Not like to be like the core mechanic of the game, but just to have it, just for fun. Even if they made it for no resource gain, it would still be nice to have so you could battle people. If this game ever did get real-time PvP, we could spend like 1 day a week, or even just like randomly on a stream, just battling you guys. We could have a lot of fun out of it. We could even host like a mini tournament thing too, just for fun, which would be kind of cool. I don't know what the prize would be. I could always ask the devs for some kind of special redeem code. And we could basically do like a little mini tournament based on that redeem code or something. Let's see. Oh, we'll go take that up for the extra turn. Take the purple. Tournament would definitely have to be best 2 out of 3 though. We'd also have to, if it's not random who gets the first extra turn, we'd have to set it up in a way to give like fair extra turns. Or not extra turns, I mean starting turn. Because the first turn advantage in this game, if they ever were to add real time, it's gigantic. It's really big in every game, but it's particularly big in Gems of War. Because whoever gets their biggest loop going first basically wins the entire battle. So that can change up a lot going first. Oh, we got double KrissTigger. So throw that down on bronze. You've played over 200 treasure maps in the past 3 weeks. I don't know if I've played 200 treasure maps in the entirety of this year yet. It's something that I played a lot when it initially came out, and I still do, like on my Let's Play account here and there. But, yeah, I haven't been covering them too much. I do enjoy playing the treasure hunts. It's just the rewards from it are still pretty lackluster. Same as PvP. I mean, same as Arena these days. Though the only good thing about Arena is PvP is so annoying right now that ever since they added the Dawnbringer, it's actually more trophies per hour to do Arena than it is to do PvP. As weird as that may seem, it's the first time ever where Arena is quicker for trophies, which seems a bit odd, but yeah, that is the case. So at least one thing it does correctly is it's now the best place to get trophies. And for early game, it's still the best place to get souls. It's something I even need to do on my other account a little bit more. It's still lacking quite a bit on souls. And doing Arena gives a lot more souls than doing treasure maps. Treasure maps do, of course, give you some souls, but it's nowhere near the amount you would end up getting from running perfect runs of Arena over and over again. I should have done that on yellow right there. We actually could have won right there. Oh, well. Get the yellows, and oh, never mind, we wouldn't have won. Don't start this. Not again. There we go. Only one revive. So, not too bad. Could have been a lot worse, as it normally is. Let's see. Could you do some of your 4K? Yeah, I think we're at like 2,600, I want to say, maps. Yeah, 2,700 maps is how many maps I'm up to right now. A lot of maps is how many maps we have. Hey, red key. Oh, we hit 60 defends in the thingy. We got an event key. I won't be needing those for a while though. Though anyone else, if you haven't already, event keys are pretty good value this week. if you're on PC mobile, you can get a Kraken, which is one of the strongest troops in the game. And if you're on console, you can get Dragon Soul, as well as a chance for Elmagrim on console. So really good value for both platforms. Dragon Soul is used for pretty much everything. Soul gaining, good AoE, really strong in early game, even more so than Kraken, and covers a lot of roles. We're starting to get a little bit of a reserve of them. I think the next legend that comes out, I might need to throw all my event keys at. That, or I'm going to keep budgeting these and only getting one. And then once kingdoms start getting towards like 9 or 10 stars, I'm probably going to start then throwing down all my event keys. So that's probably going to be the game plan. Same as my gem keys. Though out of bad luck, it is a possibility that we just completely run out of out of gem keys. I think on Friday, I'm going to throw my gems and then throw my gem keys. Because I do want to try keeping some of my gem keys to start saving them for kingdoms. Because generally I don't really throw gem keys at kingdoms. And there is a new one that is possibly coming out on October 20th. So I'm not quite sure if it's going to get delayed at all or not. But that is the current scheduled time that they have. Maps is the best way to farm in early game. Oh, in early game, treasure hunt is the best for quite a few things. It's technically the best for every single resource in the game if you're looking to not level yourself. Because if you're finding yourself losing a bunch, you can just do a single map and then boom, you get resources without actually getting any more levels. So it's pretty nice for that regard. But as far as what it actually is the best for, it's basically only the best for gems and for keys. And that's it. It's the furthest it really goes. Also, it's not even the best for keys if you have a Dawnbringer. So really, that only makes it the best for trait stones, which I didn't mention the first time. Trait stones and gems are basically the only two it extremely excels at. Which is kind of nice for a newer player. Not so much the trait stone part, but the gems part. Because if you need to rush up to finally getting like your dragon armor or something, this is the best thing that you can be doing to try to close that gap that you need. That and just getting yourself into a better guild that can do a little bit more gems as the resources. Right now, the guild I'm in is actually going pure gems. It's kind of insane. I was not expecting it to give that many gems. It might be slightly overpowered. Might be gaining a little bit too many gems from the guild we're in right now. But we're really only gaining gems for the most part from the guild. Almost every other task is not being done. I'll go move that down. Oh, and I'm talking about my Let's Play account, by the way. I'm assuming I was on my Let's Play account right now. That was a fail. By what I was just saying, because I'm so used to being a treasure map playing on it. So it's like, oh, I'm in a treasure hunt. I must be on my other account. No, I'm actually not at the moment. Fail. Let's see. I'll go move that up. Doesn't look like we're going to get too far. Haven't gotten a vault for a while. We tried going for a vault the other day, and we were one turn away, literally one turn away from getting the vault. So that was a fail. I guess we could go try for another one now. There isn't any incentive to actually do treasure maps this week, so probably not going to be bothering with them too much, though. Well, we'll try it. I guess we'll do this battle and then maybe give it one more attempt. Let's see if we can get a vault, because it's been ages since I've seen one. The biggest issue right now, though, is since I'm starting to now want to go for the objective of getting a vault, I have not been taking things off the board to try to attempt to get that. So there's going to be a good possibility that we won't be able to make it. Really good possibility, because it wasn't the goal when I started. So, like, these green chests are way too far away from this little objective over here. So it's probably not going to work out. Doesn't look like it. So, ooh. No, it's going to be too far away, especially after that going for that extra turn right there. Because these are going to be all the way over here. It's going to be basically a red chest over there, there, and there. Which is not going to work, unless I can shift it over. Which is always a possibility, but I don't have that many turns to be able to get away with shifting it all the way across the entire map. Well, we'll go move that. Come on, extra turns. We need you. Okay, move that over. Move that down. Well, at least we preserved our turn. Didn't get any extra turn and all that mess, though. So we could kind of get a red chest over here. I just don't have any way to maneuver it. Move that over. We didn't get any good cascade off it. Yep, looks like it's over. It's almost. Oh no, we got that lucky one. Every single time I think the map's over, it's like, nope, we're gonna keep you going. Yeah, this one's too far away now, compared to this one being dropped so far down. If I had enough turns, we could, but obviously if I had enough turns, we could do almost anything on this board. Yeah, it's not gonna make it. We'll try it again. We'll try it one more time, see if we can get it. Would it be okay to post a code from global chat here? Oh, sure, you can go ahead and do that. Might as well. What code is it? We might as well go claim it. But yeah, just go post a code, and we can go for that. Where'd it go? I'm trying to find the little. Oh, there it is. Okay. But yeah, here's the link to where you use that code once it gets posted from Miguel. But there's the place that you use it, gemsofwar.com underneath game code. As soon as you post it, we'll go claim it and see if it's still working. Actually, I might be able to see it if I go in global chat right now. Salty, where's your code? Is that the code? Faulty salt? I think it's faulty salt. Yeah, the faulty salt. I'm pretty sure it's faulty salt. Let's all type in faulty salt and double check. Let's see. Oops, my keyboard's all the way to the side. Faulty salt. I'm not a robot. And redeem. Yes, it is indeed faulty salt. That code right there. Use it, guys. Gemsofwar.com underneath game code. Free resources. Right there. There we go. See, we still have our redeem code tonight. There you guys go. Go use that code right there. It's still active. Thank you, Salty. Yeah, let me go get the rewards. There it is. Normal reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. We'll have 2 on Friday and Saturday, but there we go. There we go. Another one for free. It's probably pretty limited though because it was posted in global chat. So if you're listening to this right now, like go claim it immediately because it's probably going to run out in like 5 minutes or so. And we get a Setite warrior from it. It's mainly only used with Rowan and stuff. Not really. That's used of a troop. It's very situationally basically only used with a Rowan, and that's the furthest it ever gets used with. Yep, everyone make sure to use it up because it was posted for a couple minutes already, and it was posted in global chat, so nothing in global chat lasts that long. I'm not quite sure what their limit even is to how many people can be in global chat. I believe it's several hundred, which is almost the amount of claims that the codes have, so they probably won't last that long. That's a question I need to go ask them at some point. I'm really curious. I've always been pretty curious about that ever since they made a global chat. Because I know there's a limit to how many can be in global chat 1. I'm just not aware of what that limit is. And I believe they've raised the cap of it as well at some point. Because there was an issue where basically no one could ever get into global chat 1 because everyone kept going into it. Redeem code's still not working for you? For some regions, I believe it's not working for whatever reason. Why that is, I do not know, but it's like partially region locked or something. Use the link Tacet posted. Oh yeah, you use it on gemsofwar.com underneath game code. Or just click on the link that I posted. Either or. Did you try oh, never mind. Oh yeah, that's another thing too. The old link for the redeem code page doesn't work anymore. That's another thing to keep in mind too. I'm just so used to going to that one that I don't remember to mention that. Also, only PC mobile can use it. Console players, unfortunately, do not have redeem codes. And it could be a very long time, if ever, for you guys to get it. Well, we'll go move that over, get our extra turn. So we don't need to take any of those manas. We can just go for a red or a purple here. Problem is, there's not a red or a purple. So, yeah, never mind. Well, we'll just go take whatever. Doesn't matter, since we'll have full mana the following turn. And now let's get rid of something that we don't need. Which one's more important? I guess we'll go for yellow here. Doesn't really do much to board, though. Let's just keep getting the Dragon Soul, get to recrystallize. Another red. Need a little more mana there. A little more red. Dragon Soul it. Very nice. Get some KrissTigger going. Take Dragon. Double KrissTigger. Get the Skull. And that should be matched off of green or pretty much any color. Even the base damage is enough, so it doesn't even matter what we aim at. Just spins after hitting the redeem on iOS mobile or on PC in Chrome. Yeah, I did have that issue at one point a little while back, but then it kind of like fixed itself recently. But yeah, if we need to, we could just have someone who wouldn't mind just putting it in for everyone who's not able to redeem it. We can go for it that way. Everyone can just like post their invite code into chat, and that would work. Because it's definitely redeemable. How many more there are, that's the question though. It could run out really soon. Oh, is that another one? Is that a natural redeem code? Gotta check. Gotta get all the redeems if we can. I wouldn't be surprised if they post multiple. I don't check the Discord like at all these days, mainly because I basically never use Discord. But I know they post redeem codes on the Discord as well. If none of you have actually followed the Gems of War Discord or kept up with that, it's not really something I mention at all, or basically ever. But the Discord does, Salty does occasionally give out redeem codes on the Discord servers. Not quite sure how anyone who uses the Discord is even that active anymore. I haven't been on it for like months now. No, the Devour. Okay. I'll go take the blues right there. Nice little poke. He'll get a bunch of manas. He could win. All we're left was his Dragon Souls because this team is meant to like tank everything. But because of that, the way I have it set up right now, it doesn't really work when it gets Krakens. We're down to 2. Good little guys. They're gonna get all the things because almost anything we take there is gonna give them something. What do we go from here? Brown, brown. So many browns. Don't need to take any of these though. Nope, don't get anything out of that. And he does not devour us at least, but he has another Draculus. Oh, the revive! Except he revived in front of the other one, which is basically just blocking our mana. So that's not really that good. We'll take a skull because not taking one would be a bad idea in the current situation we're in. Wouldn't that be amazing if we could just keep spam reviving like the AI does every single time? See if we can get it to happen too. So throw down Dragon Soul number 1. Nice, very nice. Dragon Soul number 2. I almost want him to kill it with Draculus just to see if we will indeed get another revive. Oh, no, we might actually win. Very easily. Oh, he doesn't even have enough damage to kill it with another Draculus. Nice. And we're safe from Queen Mab because she only has mana burn. Oh, we didn't get the extra turn off the red, but we can throw this down. And now we just have to kill the one, and we're good to go. And there we go. That worked out decently. Is there a team that transforms the enemy like a Night Hag, but better? There's a couple of them that do that, though every single troop with the ability to transform are 100% pointless. There isn't a single transform troop currently in the game that is good. The main reason for this is when transforms were first talked about, a lot of people were like, oh, this is going to be way too overpowered. And because of this, they ended up making them way too underpowered. And now we don't have anything that has a good transform. It's a mechanic that they kind of added, and then they didn't bother really doing much with it. Oh, yeah, it's going to be a little bit harder because there's a lot of things that have transform. But it's Night Hag, Spooky Imp, that little mushroom-looking thing, and I believe one other thing can transform, though literally every possible option with the ability to transform are useless. There's not a single one that does it that are actually good, so you basically can just ignore that it's even around. Not Night Hag, the Spooky Imp one is particularly hilarious because it makes like one of the best commons in the entire game. It turns them into a Wraith, which its traits alone on a Wraith are enough to completely plow through everything. It's almost helping the enemy. Hey, JZG, I don't know if he's here right now. Go take out JZG. Oh, he's using All Undead too. I was going to do something like that. That was the one I was going to replace out my one team with, but I didn't want to change it because that was the same one I was using for my Guild War thingy. What's your invite code? Oh, never mind. Salty and Oz are pretty active on it if you need to bring something to their attention. Yeah, normally I just contact support whenever I need to do that, but yeah, I'll keep that in mind if I ever find anything in the future. Also, they normally get all that stuff whenever we do the bug testing thing too on the beta servers. Hopefully they give us beta access to the next patch soon. Though I don't even think they're planning on getting that next patch out for at least another month, if not longer. Generally, they give it about like 2 or 3 weeks before they're going to actually launch the patch. It's one of the easiest ways for me to know in advance if the patch is actually coming, is if we end up getting beta access to it. We don't always get the beta access to literally everything they do, but occasionally we do. Like the most recent one we did. And a few other ones as well. Alright, well, I'll just throw down the Infernus. And that's almost match. Just need to get a solid Element Grim. And anything beyond that point will be match. Never mind. Come on now. I know you have IHP. Well, we'll take you out with Infernus then. Is it worth trying to collect troops to ascend commons up to Mythic? And should you always keep ascending everything when you have the troops? Yes, you should always keep collecting troops. And yes, you should almost always ascend things when you can. I say almost because sometimes you need multiple copies of a troop. So, for example, actually I don't think I have any examples. Let's see, what can I do that would kind of be an example? Let's take a... Oh, there's... What works good with multiple copies that I have a low amount of copies with? I can't find anything. Let's just... I don't want to accidentally disenchant one of those. Let's just pick... Okay, fine, Bishop. Let's say we wanted 2 Bishops on our team. We would not want to disenchant it all the way up. I know this is... I mean ascend it all the way up. I know this is disenchant. It's not why, you know, you'd normally throw it on Ascension. I can't show the screen though. But basically when you're ascending a troop, you want to just keep getting them ascended. But if you know you're going to need multiple copies of it, like for example, let me just use a better example. Let's go find like a KrissTigger or something. Like here, KrissTigger. Like KrissTigger is a really common troop that generally gets used with 2 of them on a team. There are even some instances where you can use 4 of them on a team. You would not want to disenchant him. I mean, you would not want to, you don't want to disenchant anything. You do not want to ascend him if you only have, like, let's say 6 copies of him, and you want to send him to Mythic. I would say not to, because there's a lot of teams that use 2, which would require you to need to have 7 copies of him. The 5 to get him to Mythic, and then the 2 to actually use him within a team. And sometimes you might even want to use 4, so you'd want to save enough that you'd be able to make those teams. Basically, you do want to instantly ascend everything, but if you think you're going to need multiple copies of it, you want to make sure that you save that leave room. So let's say you need like 25 copies of a troop of an ultra rare that you want to go and ascend, but you know you're going to need 2 of that troop eventually. Make sure that you wait until you have 27 of that troop before you go and ascend it. Don't immediately do it as soon as you have 26, in case you do end up needing that additional troop. So yeah, basically ascend everything immediately, though do be wary, particularly with legends, ones that you need multiple of, because sometimes you'll need multiple for a team and then you'll ascend it and then you can't easily get those additional copies. So do keep that in mind. But yeah, for the most part, you basically ascend everything immediately as soon as you can. There's no downside to doing it other than accidentally not having enough copies of it. But that very rarely happens. And it's mainly only you have to worry about epics and legends in that regard. Every other rarity you can generally get quick enough that you don't really need to worry about that. Also, speaking about worrying about things, this is a really bad board right now. Not to mention we're frozen so hard right now. I need to stop using this team against freeze, unless it's Guild Wars, in which case we don't really have a choice. But in all other instances, I need to stop using this team against freeze. Against Queen Mab, I should say. That's really the only thing that's actually a threat on that team. And, well, I shouldn't say the only thing, but it's the main thing that's making... Oh, okay, good. For a second, I thought that was a Queen Mab. It's not the only thing, but, you know, it's the main contributor there. You calculated that it takes 192 of a troop to get it up to Mythic. I believe it's 191. So, yeah, that sounds about right. I know it's 190, I believe, is the amount that you need to fully ascend a common. And then 191 would be 1 additional copy spare, and 192 would be 2 additional copies spare. Yeah, the way that it goes is you need 5, 10, 5, 10, 25, 50, 100 is how many you need. So whatever the total of that calculated up is what you would need. It's 5, 10, 25, 50, 100. For a total of, I believe that's 190, and then the other one comes from you needing an actual copy of it, and the other 2 would come from if you needed 2 copies of it. And generally, there's almost no troop that you ever need more than 2 copies of. There are very, very few instances, and most of them are just fun teams. They're not realistic teams. I think the only realistic team in the entire game that uses more than one of a single troop, or more than 2 of a single troop, would be 4 times KrissTigger and 3 times Fair Shra with a Valkyrie. Those are the only 2 teams that you would basically ever need more than 3 copies of, or 3 or more copies of a troop. Everything else uses 2 or less. And then the troops would drop as a common to get with gold keys. The ascension on a troop doesn't dictate when it drops. So if you ascend something to, like, let's say ultra rare, a common to ultra rare, you'll still get it as a drop under gold keys. Like, for example, there's a succubus, which is a rare. Even though we have it at mythic, we still get it as a rare drop. Everything is based on its base rarity when it comes to keys, and for traits, and for how much it costs and everything like that. Like, you don't need to worry about instantly ascending it, because it's nothing about the match changes, like the drop rate or the cost or any kind of values. The only thing it does is give them more stats, and it makes it so they can be leveled higher. It doesn't actually make them more expensive or anything like that. As you can see, we still get per from those kind of things. Let's see. Anyways, guys, hello, Mortrax, welcome. Are there any other questions before we end up heading out for the night? Otherwise, I believe I'm going to be heading out. So yeah, if you have anything else, last minute things to say, ask, or anything, feel free to leave it now. Otherwise, I will be heading to bed. Tomorrow, I don't know if I'll be able to get anything done tomorrow as far as a new video or anything. One thing for sure, though, is Friday morning we will be covering the new Mythic, as well as the teams for the new Mythic. We'll be doing the key opening and the teams for the new Mythic coming this Friday, so we'll get to see how that is all about. The new Mythic does seem like it's going to be pretty good. I don't know if they're going to be changing it from what we originally saw, but there is a pretty good possibility that it's going to be good. So if you're wondering, should you spend your keys on it? Yes, you should definitely spend your keys on it. Don't go like overboard, as I say all the time, but it is definitely something to consider trying to at least attempt this Friday, so do keep that in mind, and I'll try to get those videos posted as soon as we can when we do end up doing that. Anyways, guys, hope you all have a wonderful night. I'll see you all later. See you all tomorrow night, same time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour prior to now, as we do every night for the Guild Wars dungeons, questions, banter, and all of our normal stuff. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye. Have a wonderful week.